Oh man, it's been a whole month since my last video, huh? That is crazy. I can announce that I have returned with a gem at least. The name of the game is Whole, keeping it short and sweet. I believe it was published by a solo Japanese dev, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what? Bold takes only on this channel. This is the only extraction shooter you should ever play. You don't have to play Tarkov anymore. I mean, nobody really does. Sorry. You don't gotta touch Marathon either. I mean, apparently nobody was doing that anyway. And you don't even need to buy Arc Raiders. I mean, the devs of that game are like French or something, right? Ugh. This game is all you need. If you have like 5 minutes to play a game, you're on your lunch break or something, and you're like, I want to knock out, just a quick little fun time. Play this game. It takes 0 time to launch. It's so much fun. I catch myself all the time wanting to just shoot a couple of people for a bit. But I don't want to launch a game that's too intensive, or I don't want to sit in a match, like CSGO or Call of Duty or some shit. And that's where Whole really shines. It's a game you can launch in 3 seconds, play for a minute or two, close it, no big deal. Okay, with that over with, let's talk about the game. There's no filler to this game at all. You just immediately get dropped into what I like to call the hub, and you'll find your first gun sitting on a chair by the boarded up exit. And just past the boards, you'll find the main mode of transportation in this game, the microwave. There is no explanation for why, or what, or where, so don't even ask. Just press F on the damn microwave and go kill people. The first map you experience is Office, and it's by far the best map in the game. None of the other maps come close to it in my opinion. It's just so simple, so compact, and it just fits the vibe of the entire game so well. It's also the map that kind of works the best because the game's not the most optimized thing in the world. I know. Sue them, man. Like, what do you want? Now, there's 2 currencies in this game. There's money and there's parts. Money is mainly used for buying stat upgrades, like silent walking, faster reloads, etc. And parts are mainly used for modifying your weapons with blueprints you find. And with both parts and money, you can buy expansions to the hub area. Like the first one is the stairs. You can unlock the quest lady, the drink vending machine, so you can buy your stat upgrades, and the unlock computer, which will come in handy later. Now, the easiest way to get parts in this game is by either finding boxes around the map, but that takes a little while and you really have to know what you're looking for. But the main way is by finding the golden refrigerators around the map, which spew a ton of parts and also health. Unfortunately, there's not a great way of farming money besides just killing people. I find it best to kill people until wave 3, because then they get a little too armory to really consistently farm. Oh, and I didn't even explain the waves. So over time, the enemies get harder and there's more of them. I know, revolutionary stuff, right? You start at wave 1, super easy. Enemies can be killed in like 1 headshot or like 3 to the body. Wave 2, there's more of them, and I think they might do a little more damage. Wave 3 is, I believe, when they start getting armor. They get a chest plate and a hat. So nothing too special. Also, the baby shows up at wave 3. I hate the baby. You will understand what I mean if you play this game. That baby can rot in hell, for I hate that baby a lot. Wave 4, I believe, is when the Ghost Man shows up, who drops blueprints when killed and dons a suppressed pistol. He's my favorite designed character in the game. He looks very cool. Also, that's the only way of getting blueprints, so you kind of have to go to wave 4 sometime to get anything for your guns. And either wave 4 or wave 5, I believe the heavy units start showing up, where they have a full face mask and lots of body armor, so shooting the legs is like your only solution. And then wave 6, I believe, is when the dragon guys come out who have incendiary rounds. Very, very fun. Very fun. And one thing you may have noticed in the background footage is that the guns can jam. You have to manage the temperature of your gun's barrel. That way you don't stovepipe the gun. But to be honest, I never pay attention and I just jam constantly. It's really bad with suppressors. The heat just builds up so fast and you just jam constantly. So moving on to objectives. In each map, there are 2 types of quests you can get from the quest lady in the hub. You either kill the enemies to get a thing, or you look around the map to get a thing. On the map office, the first quest you'll get is killing the enemies to get their mask. And then I believe the second round of quests is getting office supplies like hard drives and whatnot. And then typically the final quest you'll complete revolves around the computer. On every map there's a computer room, and that is typically the final objective that you have to complete, and you'll get a new weapon. You'll find the computer rooms behind locked doors on every map. Here the doors are marked with paper. I think this room is probably the coolest looking room in the entire game. I don't know why. I just love this visual with all the scattered papers and the lone computer in the middle of the room. Now once you activate the computer, you take the disc, which is your key to getting the new weapon. But also, after activating the computer, it'll spawn TVs that float around the map. And you'll know when you're near one because they'll beam images into your brain like you're an MK Ultra victim. But I mean, yeah, that's the main loop. You know, you complete the quests, you get the disc, you unlock the new weapon. There's 4 weapons in the game. There is the pistol you start with. There is the AR, the shotgun, and the bolt-action sniper rifle. Now, I don't know about you, but a bolt-action sniper rifle in a game where you have to action the chamber yourself is not exactly fun, especially in maps where you're not really shooting people from more than maybe 10 feet, 20 feet. But the next map you unlock is Sewage. In my opinion, not the greatest map for this game. It is really dark in a lot of areas, which does encourage you to use the flashlight, but I find it a little irritating. I do like the overall look of the map though. It's very brutalist and industrial, and it introduces having multiple floors to a map, which I think is really cool. I just wish there was more to it than that. It is way more open than the office level, which I'll give them that. It is kind of refreshing if you get bored of office to go to Sewage. Although the event when you activate the computer in this level is really cool in my opinion. The entire world goes super, super dark, and every enemy on the map turns into an eye person where they get pitch black and their face is replaced with this oval shaped eye. But yeah, you kill people, you complete quests, you grab items, you activate the computer, you get the disc, you unlock the shotgun, and you unlock the final map, which is Apartments. Now, Apartments is my second favorite map. It's far better to play on than Sewage, but I think it suffers from being way too much. There's so many floors and there's not enough enemies to really justify that. I find myself running all over the place just trying to find where the enemies are because I just want to shoot them. I'm not trying to hide from them. And you can hear their footsteps everywhere, but you don't know what floor they're on. It's just a bit of a mess. But yeah, that's a pretty loose overview of the entire game. You know, there's not a whole lot here. I believe the dev is working on a new game currently. As far as I know, this game was just a demo for what they're working on. So I'm super excited to see what this guy pumps out in the future. I think there's so much potential here that could be realized if he really wants to. But I think that's enough yapping from me. And whatever you do, don't look in the locked door.